Hey everybody, welcome back to Cookie Gaming. Today we are playing more Outer Wilds. Now today we're beginning on Brittle Hollow. I figured we didn't need to start on Timber Hearth each episode. Given we keep heading back to Brittle Hollow, might as well get us started here. Don't worry, it was a perfectly smooth landing by my standards. Now today, what I would like to do is finally find this gosh dang Southern Observatory, right? This was one of the things that drew our attention on Brittle Hollow first. We can't access it from the surface. We must go through the interior. There's plenty of other stuff to see on Brittle Hollow. There's still more to find out about this black hole forge. You know, I know you guys are interested in that, and so am I. But I really would like to find this Southern Observatory. So I've taken my now my customary route to the interior of the planet. And I'm going to see if I can find my way. We're going to head back to the crossroads section where our good buddy Ryback is. I mean, there's plenty I would like to explore. Southern Observatory, top of the list. I'm very curious about that harmonica, supposedly feldspar, which I believe was back on Timber Hearth. I gave sort of a half-hearted attempt to explore Timber Hearth last time, but Brittle Hollow's definitely been drawing in my attention. However, I think we can give that a better shot in one of these upcoming episodes. Though, and I mean, it's sort of hard to tell. I know there is still plenty of stuff on Brittle Hollow to see, but at some point, hopefully soon, I would like to start getting out there into the solar system, seeing more and more of these planets we have at our disposal. Because there's been a lot of fascinating Nomai discovery here on Brittle Hollow. And I feel like, I don't get the sense the game has any particular sort of linear order to it. However, I do get the sense that we've been set up pretty well for the rest of these planets and the rest of the discoveries with the sort of foundation of knowledge we have built here and on the Outer Rock and on Timber Hearth. I will say, one of you guys gave a bit of an interesting hint in the comment section. I don't mind the hints. In fact, I like them if I ask for them. Don't, give me anything too directly. I like to explore things on my own. But a little cryptic hint, I always enjoy that. Huh. Yeah, okay. Now, I'm gonna move on from this shortly. We'll come back to the Black Hole Forge. It might not be the focus of this episode. We managed to move that up, and I was trying to see if I could find something on the surface to do with it, but I couldn't. Oh well. I think I know what you guys are talking about. Now that is interesting. Now maybe it's just me, and that's a little like teleporter up there, which we used on the White Hole Station. Does that right there not look like the symbol that we have for the Black Hole Forge District? Huh. I'm not entirely sure what to make of that, but I certainly should make something of it. Huh, okay. Okay, that definitely makes me curious to go back, but we need to have some type of direction here. We're going back at some point. Like I said, I took a look up there last time, and I was like, there's gotta be something I can do with this Black Hole Forge. And I believe that even more now. But I don't know, maybe I just missed it, or maybe there's some more pieces that I need to put together first. I'm certain that none of this is going to come simply. I think there's a whole lot to discover. So let's move out of the Hanging City for now. We're gonna need to... Well, there is oxygen back there, but we can also get some more oxygen from Ryback, who we're getting pretty close to. And we can refuel, right? So that's gonna help us, because we've got to make our way to the Southern Observatory. I'm not quite sure how far a trek that is going to be. hear Ryback playing. Could be roughly below us, I think. How much debris falling? Let me just take a look. Gravity cannon. Yeah, we've been there. Very curious. Alright, let's head down to Ryback first, because we're gonna run out of oxygen if we keep going like this. God. I never like a sheer drop into the black hole. Though, of course, I do like that, you know, falling into the black hole, you're not just done. The first time you do it, you're like, oh, wait a minute, where am I? And that in itself was quite the discovery. Hello, Ryback. Nothing to say right now, just thought I'd stop by. It's funny to think of, I mean, we're looping the same day. So how the hell do I get to this observatory? This is my question. Huh. Is this just, what is this? Go directly down to the black hole? Huh. Maybe we gotta head back this way. Back to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. I feel like it's been a while since we've been back here. Since now we've had a, you know, couple of different routes to get to the interior of the planet. I'm not quite sure if there's a quicker, more consistent route than the way I'm taking. Although, I mean, well, I guess this is a planet that gets more holes shot into it as you go, right? So, I suppose you can just fall down a hole. But then there's the ever-present risk of falling into that black hole. This is very curious. Oh, it's funny. Look at the long walk I did. Alright, where can we go from here? Well, we can go up. I'm not sure if that's going to help us out. But I feel like I need to... I definitely remember seeing some signpost, I think, that led to the observatory. But it's been a while since we looked at it. And there's the, you know, the ever-present pressure of the loop as well. Where you gotta try and find what you're looking for. Well, I haven't actually measured the the length of the loop, but it feels like it's about, like, half an hour, perhaps? Something like that. Okay, now this is very promising. That is the sort of sign we were looking for. So let me see. Okay, okay. It feels like we're getting somewhere. Don't think we've been over here yet. Whoa. Okay. There's my... I fear my ship is about to fall into the planet. It's parked right on the edge over there. I can see it. Can't quite tell what the difference is here. There's two of these. This one is just gonna blast me over. Well, let's try it. Oh my god, it is gonna just blast me over. Ow! Oh, okay. Dangerous. That was very dangerous. Okay. Well, let's keep moving, right? When you don't know where to go, I say you keep moving. Well, I was gonna say keep moving forward, but forward is relative. But I guess that works as well as anything else, right? There's definitely some type of pathway over here. Okay, come on. Let's try and be careful here, folks. I'd rather not fall into the black hole. While there's certainly perks, which you discover, will mean we'll probably have to restart this loop. Although now that it depends on the episode, if we're doing some more general, free-flowing exploration, you know, we'll probably go Timber Hearth onwards. But if we're a little more focused in, you know, I might just cut back in when we're in the relevant location, like I did with this episode. I mean, I think the downtime is actually one of the nice parts of this game, but I'm gonna make you guys sit through all the downtime. Ow! I gotta get better at that. I really do. I've broken both my legs at this point, I think. I'm just following the little, like, light sources we have here. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Do I have to jump over? I'm a little concerned about that. Or do I have to... maybe I have to make it onto this platform here. God. It's a little hard to tell when you're all flipped around. Well, let's hope this works. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Oh, holy fuck. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so disoriented right now. Okay, we made it across the ghost matter. Where do we go now? Okay. Where on God's green earth are we? We're on Timber Hearth, are we? We're not on Timber Hearth, but you know. We've definitely made it somewhere. I will tell you that much. Let's keep moving. We don't wanna... I don't wanna waste time. I don't wanna be on the verge of something incredible. And be like, yeah, I was just sort of dawdling, chatting. You know, story of my life. I keep bonking my head against stuff. Guess we're heading over here, right? Okay, come on, come on. Oh god. This is mildly nerve-wracking. You gotta get a little bit good at the traversal, at least. Okay. What do we have here? I'm not quite sure this is leading us to the observatory, but we're definitely going somewhere, I can tell you that much. Okay. I reckon my next step is to hit that. Nice. Oh my god, we did it! Oh my god, we did it! We actually hit the observatory. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Oh, and we opened the front door. Folks, oh my god, we did it. That is incredible. There was a good... I feel there was some luck involved, but we did it. Oh my god. The music. Oh, this is great. Look at that. Okay, okay, okay. Let's relax. We can now make our way back here relatively easily. Wow. Like I said, I wasn't sure we were actually going to end up here, but the more platforming we did, I was like, oh god, if I mess this up, I'm going to have to do this all again. Which wouldn't have been so bad, but still. Any weird signals nearby? Alright, we're here. We are here. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's check this first. I'm sorry, I'm like, I'm so excited that we actually made it here. Jesus Christ. Giant steep projection stone. Cassava. Pinoy, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Yeah, giant steep, right? It seems like a bit of a scary one. Daz, Kanoy, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Sava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? Huh. Beneath the current. Kanoy, my gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of giant steep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. This seems useful for whenever we end up on Giant Steep. Kanoy, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? Hothead. The music here is going off. If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are 2 trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon, and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Oh, okay. Is that saying there's 2 ways to get here? So, we came from the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. But I guess there's a way to get here from the grav cannon. Huh. I wouldn't have thought of that, but, you know, we probably would have made it there eventually. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Holy moly. This is cool. A giant steep projection stone, huh? Very interesting. Let's leave that there. Alright. What on earth is going on? Is this like the giant steep display? Oh my god. Like a vortex. Oh, I see. Huh, okay. Am I being prepared for future endeavors here? You know, these Nomai settlements have their little gravity beams. I wonder if what I'm being shown here is elsewhere. Maybe on Giant Steep, maybe somewhere else. This is how I'll be traversing. Very interesting. Kanoy. Cassava's construction yard has been using these cyclones on Giant Steep. Okay, an explanation. So, Cassava's construction yard has been using the cyclones, great, on Giant Steep to lift orbital probe cannon parts into orbit. But one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking, right? So this connects to the one we read back there. So they're using these vortexes, these cyclones, to lift the probe cannon parts. And the current usually prevents anything from sinking. This makes me very curious to see Giant Steep. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. An update. It's now clear there are 2 different types of cyclone. I see that. Most cyclones on Giant Steep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones Cassava typically uses to send components into orbit. There also exists a rarer type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. Okay, so if we wanted to get below the current, I'm not quite sure what that means yet, we'd use one of these cyclones. My gratitude, Spire. Kanoy is showing me your handiwork, and I'm intrigued by this secondary type of cyclone. But was it really necessary to build a model to tell me that? The model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant Steep. And I very much wanted to make a model. Fair enough. It's pretty useful for me, I've got to say. Okay, I'm not sure how much time we have left, but let's... Actually, I just wanted to say nothing tucked behind here, right? You gotta be a little suspicious. Alright, let's head up the stairs. It's an observatory, after all, right? I feel like we should use it for its intended purpose. Observing the universe. Oh my, it is looking red hot. Well, we can come back. Oh, okay. I feel like I can already sense where this is going. Whoa! Not what I thought, actually. Interesting. Is it one at a time? It is not one at a time. Interesting. So this whole thing is... I mean, it's an observatory, but they've got these models here. Alright, let me read the writing, and then we can mess around with whatever's going on up here. The Eye of the Universe. This is quite the topic among the Nomai. And for me, I'm becoming increasingly interested in this dang eye. What have we learned thus far in our search for the Eye of the Universe? Mallow. Based on our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe the eye is in orbit around this star system's sun. This would mean the eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous range. The eye is in orbit around this star system's sun. Oh, right, that's Ryback's ship out there, right? I was gonna say, whose ship is that? Oh my god. Alright, let's keep reading. Those of us on the vessel originally followed the eye signal to this star system, but we were unable to warp to the eye itself. Yeah, some of you guys crash-landed here. The locator we built on the outer rock and the new, more sensitive locator we built here were both unable to detect any trace of the eye signal. Yeah, we've heard all about their struggles in that regard. But, I mean, well, there's a lot to find out about the Nomai, right? There's the fact that there's no... I mean, there's tons of evidence of their presence, but they're apparently not here anymore. I mean, the big question is what happened, right? You feel like... You sort of imagine it must have something to do with the eye. Maybe so, maybe not. There's a whole trail to follow. Hypothesis. The eye has stopped emitting its signal. Yeah, I think we've heard them talk about the different potential reasons for why they can't find the eye, or they can't locate the signal anymore. Suppose the eye doesn't wish to be found. Sava, how can you suggest that? The eye signal called out to summon us to this star system. We've also seen... Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, well, we're done. Group hearing the eye's story, yet we're no closer to finding it. Yeah, so we'll watch the universe explode here. But along with different people have different reasons for why they can't locate the eye's signal, there's also this sense, you know, that there are different opinions on what does the eye mean? Is it some sort of benevolent, godly force? Is it just an inert object? You know, what does it mean to us? I've also just realized that, I opened the door there, but I don't know why I thought that door would stay open into our next loop. There's, I think, a pretty good chance, actually, that I'm gonna have to make my way into the observatory underground again. I forgot we were doing this whole loop business for a second there. Anything new from you, Slate? Well, nothing. Nothing new. Well, we'll see. Maybe some things persist from loop to loop, but I'm like, now that I think about it, that has really not historically been the case. And if that's true, I really should have spent less time yapping and more time exploring the observatory. But whatever, just means we have to make our way back over. I'm gonna try to reach the observatory on the surface, and we'll see if it works. Alrighty. I mean, there is still more to explore on the interior of Riddle Hollow. Though I feel at this point we've actually done a pretty good job seeing a lot of it. Not all of it. I'm not sure if you ever see all of everything in this game. But we've seen a lot of interesting stuff and information. Alright. Okay, what? Oh god. Slow down. Slow down. Oh no. Okay, come on. Trying to match velocity here. Here we go. Okay. This is we're at a good spot right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright. Straightforward. This is not gonna be the smoothest landing you've ever seen in your life. Okay, well, not... Okay, well, you know what? Worse things have happened, folks. Not the greatest, but I'm afraid to say, not my worst. Not my worst either. You've seen them. You've seen my attempts at landing / crashing. That's one thing I got to improve on. I feel I've gotten a little bit better at the jetpack traversal. And I said a little better. Alright? But still, the space flight, the landing especially, I gotta work on. Now, there's Ryback's ship. Oh, there we go. Actually, I landed a little further than I thought. Oh, man, that is tough. We are gonna have to make our way back underground. Damn. I should have known. Alrighty. Wow, that means... Well, maybe there's a faster way to get there. It did say there was a way into the observatory from the grav cannon. So maybe we gotta try that. And I'm sure I could do it faster this time than last time. But just like, given the amount of time it took me, you don't have that much time left in the observatory, do you? Not for me, at least. I'm a right old slowpoke. I like to take my time reading and looking at stuff. Okay. So, let us get back into the ship. And we're running limited time here. I guess we'll go back to our classic escape pod entrance, right? Like, I don't know a faster way down. At this point, we're looking for a faster way. Oh, here it is. It's close by, at least. I wonder if I could... Could I fly my ship down there? Well, let's go on foot. But I just said it just hit me. Just given how close to the edge we were. I was like, I wonder what would happen if I flew my ship down there. Oh, man, this is gonna... Well, that was almost a mistake. But it was a mistake. It was almost a bad mistake. Dang, it's gonna take us... Maybe this is not the best place to enter. I know there are other spots to enter, obviously. It's just that this has become our sort of go-to entry spot. Alright, let's see if we can make it over quickly. Although, wow, I know that there's more to see in the old settlement, which we just passed through. So we'll have to come back and take more of a look at that. In fact, I probably should have just done this loop, because I already wasted enough time checking out the observatory on the surface, but whatever. I saw the observatory, I'm like desperate to go back. So we're gonna make it back. Whether now or the next loop or the one after that, I mean, I hope it's sooner than that. And like, yeah, maybe I can find a quicker route. Maybe I'll head to the grav cannon. Yeah, but do I want to try an altogether new way of getting there? Or do I want to stick with the one I just learned? I don't know. Let's head to the grav cannon, see if it's any faster. Or easier. That would be good. Alright, fortunately we can always refuel with Ryback. I mean, they've placed him where they did because he's such a friendly companion, but also so you could have a spot right at the crossroads to refuel, to get some oxygen in, before you start trekking in whatever direction you need to go. And that little symbol up there, it's still interesting, but we'll have to come back to that at some point later. I'm just pretty excited to have actually gotten into the observatory. Not that, you know, that was my main goal of the last couple episodes, but like I said, when we reached Brittle Hollow, that was like one of the first things that actually drew in my attention. Oh. Okay. Well, I gotta go down first to refuel a little bit. But then after that, I'm gonna head back up this wall. And then to the gravity cannon. Come on. Or actually, I wonder if we can tell Ryback about the observatory. That'd be nice. Hey, Ryback. I learned something. Nope. Never mind. I didn't learn anything. Oh my god. I'm just clicking buttons at this point. Sorry. I gotta go. Ryback is like, could you stick around a little bit to talk? I'm like, nope, sorry. I've got like 25 minutes. Yeah, I'm peeking at my my OBS. I'm in the corner here, just to get a sense of how long these loops are. That one was not 30 minutes, it was less. So it's even less time than I thought initially. This is where I came from. Okay. Let's head to that gravity cannon. Well, you're like, you know, I'm thinking to myself now. Of course, you want to use fuel to go quickly, but at the same time, you don't want to use too much fuel. Oh, okay. This is a fast track. Okay. Wow. I really took the long way, huh? You want to use your fuel to go quick, but you don't want to be at risk of running out of fuel. Oh wait, never mind. This is not the same way I went. So how the hell do you get to the, why did I not... Someone tell me this. Why did I not mark the observatory on my map? Do you think that would definitely be helpful right now? I swear to God, we're in a similar spot we were last time. My just terrible... Uh-oh. Come on. My terrible sense of direction has gotten me again. Okay. What? This setup looks very similar to the little path we traversed last time. Just not sure. How to get to the observatory from here. Oh my god. Whoa! Well, I shouldn't be so surprised, but that was a walkable platform that just got detached. So I can't go that way anymore. Wonder if maybe that led to the observatory. I have no idea. I really don't. Okay. Can I don't think I can mark anything on my map. God. Okay. Not looking very promising, I've got to say. Alright, well, you know what? Let's take a look around the grav cannon again. Can I get over there? Can I even get over there? Guys, we might be, it might be over. Can I even get over there? That's the new question. My first question was, how do I get to the observatory? That question's gone out the window. Okay, I think I can. Fantastic. Okay. We were at... Don't fall, man. We were at the grav cannon a while ago. I'm trying to recall what we actually saw over here. The crossroads. Okay. Maybe I misinterpreted what it said on that sign, but I definitely sort of understood that as, hey, there's a way to the observatory from the gravity cannon. Oh my god, and I was right. Okay, let's hoof it. We are not gonna make it in time. I am pretty confident we are not gonna make it in time. But that never stopped me before. Alright, screw it. Whoa. We're gonna have to, make our way onto one of these, I think. Yoink! Oh my god. Okay, low on oxygen, that's what I like to see. Fantastic. And we're pretty low on fuel as well. Great. I don't know which is the... We're heading to the Southern Observatory. Keep that in mind. That's right. But there's not always such an easy way. What? How on... Oh, this is gonna be hard. Come on! Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not sure if this is easier or harder than the other way. Well, it looks like it's about to be just as hard if it wasn't already. The ghost matter definitely threw me off last time. That was tricky. Okay, let's go all the way down. Okay. My god. Aha, here we are. Here we are. So we made it back to the same spot, have we? Okay, I see. Makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, they lead us to the... I have to get over there. They lead us back to the same spot. It's just a question of how do you get here, basically. Okay, well, I've done this before. I can do it again. I can do it again. Will I do it again? Yeah, you're about to see it. Come on. Folks, you gotta be confident in your own meager abilities sometimes. Come on. Okay. I'm a yapper extraordinaire. I love to stop and talk, but we, and by we, I mean I'm gonna have to use my time efficiently. We're back! Is there even any point opening the door here? There's not, because it won't stay open. Unless there's some way to keep things stable between loops, but I have not found that yet. And maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Alright, come on. What I most want to do is see the... Okay. See the writing on the other end. So let's move all these up. We're we're doing this fast, folks. We're gonna get a view of the entire solar system, I think. Oh, another one of these. Well, fantastic. Error, unable to determine orbit. No signal detected matching any known criteria for the eye of the universe. Huh. I mean, yeah, that's... Yeah, I mean, this is their symbol for the eye, right? So what? Huh. Okay, very curious. Let me see what they're saying over here. I mean, that's what we've learned, is that they were unable to actually locate the eye. Or, well, we don't know that. We don't know how it ended. But as of this point, they were unable to find the eye. How should our methods change as we continue our search for the eye of the universe? Mallow. We know that what the eye looks like thanks to the quantum moon. So what if we try to find the eye visually instead? Let's send out a probe. Mallow's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the eye is in relation to here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. I believe I have a solution for that problem. Have you spoken with Rami and Pi about the technology they're developing? Well, we've heard about it. We need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover those long distances quickly. A cannon in orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape gravity's pull. Well, well, well. Giant's Deep would be a good choice. It's furthest from the sun, so it would provide the best angles for launch. And it's moonless, except when the quantum moon is visiting. Yes, let's build the cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep. As we couldn't find the eye's signal using two different devices built for this exact purpose, we should discontinue this search method. Interesting. Huh. A lot of very interesting stuff here. I'm thinking that we're gonna have to head to Giant's Deep sometime soon. Alright, I wanna make sure there's nothing I've missed with this little display here. Right now, it's looking for the eye, tracking the eye. Okay, let's take this off. And these are, of course, the different planets. I mean, we've got like a model of the solar system here, basically, but it appears to me that this is, you know, mainly another method of trying to track the eye of the universe, which everybody's looking for, apparently. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, I think that is all there was to see in the observatory. Let me try and make sure I haven't missed anything. Oh, well, that's... I just had an urge to land on the planet. Hey, what, can you blame me? Anyway. Oh, I wonder... Let me slap the eye back on and take a look at it from below. God damn it. That wall jutting out. Really slowing me down here. Great. I'm so glad we found the observatory and actually got inside. I mean, it wasn't a question of I know where it was located, but to actually get in there, you know? We're almost out of fuel anyway. Interesting. Let me take a look at this again. It all leads back to Giant's Deep. Okay, we're definitely heading there sometime soon. I would like to take a... I'd love if I could read that. I'd like to take a bit more of a look around. This is the orbital cannon then, right? Or that's my assumption. They were building on Giant's Deep. Perhaps, maybe, maybe not. Huh. Yeah, I'd like to take a look at a couple more things on Brittle Hollow, maybe just to wrap this episode up, including more of a look at the old settlement. But after that, I think we will expand the breadth of our exploration, I reckon. Oh my god, look at that. The planet is in shambles. Quite the view, I've got to say. That is way too high. And I'm just trying to get it around the dome here. Nope. I'm not sure we have much longer, folks. I'm really not. I do wonder if there's more to spot on Brittle Hollow. I do feel we've gotten a pretty good idea at this point of what's going on here. Oh my god. Holy moly. But there's still some real question marks. Like the Black Hole Forge. Little teleportation zone. Oh wow, we're getting hemmed in. Does my ship still even exist? Is it on the surface? I wonder if you're... I'm trying to remember. Oh, would you look at that? Look at that, they're almost lined up. That's always kind of exciting. Man, there's so much cool stuff that I would like to find. I would love to locate that harmonica. We're doing that sometime soon-ish. I'm not gonna say soon. I feel like I can never guarantee anything's happening soon in this game. Just because there's, there's so much to see and explore and get wrapped up in. And I'm pretty excited to get out into some of these other planets at this point. Am I trapped here? I think I'm basically trapped on this little section of land around the observatory. Oh, not that it matters. I wonder if the Eye of the Universe has anything to do with the sun exploding. Because, you know, the life cycle of what we're seeing here, it's going pretty rapidly over the course of a, 20-minute loop. You know what I mean? But, I don't know. I feel like to understand anything about the Eye, truly, we gotta continue to learn about the Nomai and what sort of stuff they were up to. Alright, I'm excited to take a look at our notes again in the ship. I'd like to head back to the interior of Brittle Hollow, but, you know, it's time to get out there. You know, we've gone from Timber Hearth to Brittle Hollow. It's like the next state over, all right? Now we're really gonna go out of our way. Look at our humble little observatory. This game has just got so much possibility. It's very exciting. Orbital probe cannon, yeah. In orbit around Giant Steep, right. Yeah. Huh. Very curious. Yeah, that... There's... I mean, they've got their question marks here. There's a couple of big question marks for me. Orbital probe cannon, that's a big one. Harmonica signal, that is a big one. I like this one, sort of, you know, far away in the corner. Yeah, well, we gotta head to Dark Bramble then, right? Old Settlement. I gotta remember to mark the stuff I want to see, right? So, I should have marked the observatory, but we still made it last time. Oh man, there's so much stuff to see. Oh, we can only mark one thing. Well, let's mark the escape pod, because I know how to get to the old settlement pretty easily. Yeah, we gotta head to the Ember Twin, don't we? Sure, we got to head to both twins. So we got to head to every, you know, solar object. Yeah, this Tower of Knowledge. This one. Yeah. We got to try and... I'm not going to lie, I totally forgot about that. We gotta make our way in there at some point, because we've sort of so far just been around it. Alright. Back to Brittle Hollow. Which, at this point, I mean, our little character here is from Timber Heart. Oh my god. Whoops. What happens if my landing gear's damaged and I try to land? Not the first time I've done that. It really shouldn't happen again, but I can't promise anything. Anyway, my little character is from Timber Hearth, but at this point, I am way more familiar with Brittle Hollow. You know what I mean? I'm interested to take a look at the surface of the planet. Yeah, there... I mean, by the way, you can see the symbol from a distance, huh? That's even more convincing. Just before the planet gets entirely smashed to pieces. I do wonder if there's anything I'm missing here. There's the Southern Observatory. Which is our, you know, our big discovery. Hello. Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is that? Have we seen this before? What am I looking at here? Let's head down with our busted landing gear. Come on. Okay. Not ideal. But we're fine. We're fine, folks. We're not really fine. Okay, it wasn't that busted. What? Have we seen this before? What is this? Come on. Unidentified signal nearby. Now, wait a minute. Oh, what? What the fuck? Excuse my language, but what? Signal tower shards. Frequency quantum fluctuations. Well, well, well. What is happening? Well, we gotta find more of these tower shards then, don't we? What's going on here? Thatch. Plume, Felix, and I have determined this atypical shard of rock is the reason objects in this grove are behaving in a quantum manner. Understood. So that we saw a shard, right, that sort of moved when you looked away or appeared to be in multiple places at once. You know, Schrodinger's rock fragment or whatever. The only other object we've observed displaying this quantum behavior is the wandering moon. I imagine the moon's behavior and this grooves are related. In her note from earlier, Felix mentions this strange type of rock isn't found elsewhere on Brittle Hollow. What if it isn't originally from this planet? I mean, that makes sense. A meteor, an asteroid, or maybe the rock just, you know, teleported itself across space. Hypothesis. This quantum shard is from the wandering quantum moon. Perhaps it is even a small piece of the moon itself. Feels possible. But note, a curious signal is coming from this shard. A unique signal. Curiously, our friend from the wandering moon sounds the same. I've also heard the same signal this shard produces calling out from Giant Steep, Timber Hearth, and the Hourglass Twins. Oh my goodness. Let's go before everything gets shattered. Oh, is this is the tower? Is it? Have we been up top before? Are the trees? Oh my god, the trees are moving. How spooky. Okay. Well, that's something else to discover on Timber Hearth itself, right? There's another platform. Oh my god. Okay, come on. The trees are moving. The trees in this grove wander about freely. The entire plant, roots and all. This is not normal, even for this alien planet. And I never see them move. Is that even possible? There's got to be something to do with the shard. If anyone else witnesses this disturbing behavior, I implore you, record your observations here. Either these trees are aberrant, or my brain must be. Yeah, I'd probably think I was going crazy. Plume is right. The trees do move. I confess I didn't notice until I read his notes. Alarmingly, it isn't only the trees. There's other matter in this area, such as that unusual shard of rock moving in this same eerie way. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. There was not another platform. There was one platform, and then just moving as I turn around. Okay, that is incredible. That got me. See, this is how it would be in real life. You'd be like, oh, there's a second platform? No, there's not a second platform. There's one platform. Okay, that is very cool. It actually got me. I was convinced that I'd missed another platform. That's awesome. Rock is unusual for another reason, too. It possesses color and texture I've never seen elsewhere on this planet. Hypothesis. This rock shard presence is significant. We should study it. Could it be what is causing other nearby objects to also move about this area? I'm pretty sure... Yeah. I was gonna say, the one thing that does seem to stay consistent between loops are the radio channels I picked up. Like the distress beacon. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Quantum knowledge. Then the steps to the entrance below. Is this how we get into the tower? I can't believe I didn't see this before. Thank you for the encouragement, viewers, to explore not just the interior, but the surface. Or wait, we definitely have been here before. How the hell did I miss the teleporting guard? I thought, yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I thought we'd, we still gotta figure out how to get in there. Can't believe oh, very interesting. Huh. Maybe I clearly didn't notice the trees moving. Maybe I noticed the writing, but I definitely did not see that, that platform there before. I totally missed that. Very interesting. So we've got all these, all the different planets and objects in our solar system. Is that the eye? No, that's not the eye. How the hell do we get down there? Okay. Oh yeah, that's the bottom. But the issue is from the bottom, I can't get up. Huh. Okay, come on. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm really not sure. We'll have to work that out at some point. I'm glad I took a look over here. Now I gotta see if there's other stuff I've missed on the surface of this dang planet. Although, the issue with this, and you guys have watched me sort of figure this out. I didn't work it out when we first got here. But, this planet slowly gets destroyed. Actually, pretty quickly gets destroyed over the course of your loop. And so, I'm guessing that, stuff that would have been here initially is not here after a certain point, right? Which means there are probably certain things, or maybe not. Maybe there's some key sites protected by the game developers. But look at all this, and some of this is missing originally. Sure. But we gotta be losing things on the surface due to all these meteors hitting. I'm not sure this is the best way to... Well, it's not a bad way to survey the surface. But I'm not really... Okay, guys. You feel like now is time to test my, Fuck it. Let's see. Oh my god, we're in. Uh-oh. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Some would say it's a little bonkers, but, why not try new things, right? Well, this is my new, fastest way to get to the interior of the planet. Although it's not actually near what I wanted to check out. Maybe I can fly over. Oh, you know what? I've got my ship with me. Let me mark the old settlement and let's fly over. This is my new way of doing things. No, exploring on foot. Well, well, well. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that, yeah. Yeah. These are all the different quantum signals. Okay, we gotta find that quantum signal on Timber Hearth. I'm glad, stuff getting added there, just confirms for me that I somehow missed it the first time. I really don't know how. Alright. Let's head to the old settlement. Well, folks, it's definitely not... Uh-oh. Come on. Oh! Uh-oh. Fight that black hole. Fight that black hole. Yes! Oh my god, we've done it. Okay, where the hell am I gonna land? Okay, come on. Come on. Alright, I'm getting out. Come on. No! Oh no! Okay. Where's my ship? How come it didn't fall? Alright, you gotta admit, that was a pretty good idea. Well, maybe not a good idea. It was an idea. Alright? Okay, I'm not sure I really want to explore the White Hole Station. Again. there anything else to see out here? I can't make my way back. All right, you know what we're gonna do? Let's restart this loop, and I'll meet you guys back on Brittle Hollow to explore the old settlement. All right, here we are, folks. Right where we started the video, basically. Let me try not to fall. Well, not fall to my death, because the black hole actually doesn't mean your death, but let's try not to fall into the black hole as we make our way down to the old settlement. Now the the little rumors spreadsheet on my ship helpfully informs me that there's more to see here. And I could have guessed that myself, because each time I come, I'm tempted by the gravity crystals. And plus, it's become my signature method of getting into the interior. Though now I see I could have just flown my ship down there. But that's probably not a good idea. I think we have taken a look at this before. Whoa. Oh, interesting. So the eye calling out to the vessel, and then it being pulled down. I mean, that looks like a dark bramble to me. Huh. Very interesting. We may have read this before. Yeah. Yep, I remember this. In fact, the signal was older than the universe itself. That's pretty significant. So we saw this. But there's plenty more to take a look at in Old Settlement, where the Nomai first arrived. Well, actually, where they first arrived is basically above us. This is the first little settlement they built to try and, protect themselves, basically, from the environment here, you could call it. There's always more to see. Is the hardest part of this tragedy not knowing who we may have lost, or will the hardest part come later when we learn? Be well, Aunt Melloray. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. I mean, yeah, as we've learned already, it was quite the emergency when they landed here, basically, right? So it was not a good situation, right? Tragedy, as it's referred to there. I wonder, I feel like I'm looking too much into the trees. Just because if we look in real life, we think of trees as a very earth thing. But it does always seem significant to me when there are trees around here. Brought by the Nomai, planted by the Nomai. And so this is what we were looking at. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at here. But we'll read about it. Can't understand, why did the vessel crash in that place? We warped to follow that curious signal from the eye of the universe. Where we arrived was wrong, it wasn't where we tried to go. Suppose it wasn't a problem with the vessel, but with our destination. We're afraid for our friends at Escape Pod 3. Yeah. Was the vessel unwell in some way? No, Anona and I checked before the warp, and the warp core and navigation systems were both well. The tragedy and mystery of their crash landing here on Brittle Hollow. Try not to be too gratuitous with the jetpack use, but sometimes you gotta be. Osa, we can hear the other escape pod's distress signals, which gives me hope. Foley, are you still here? I'm not sure how to survive in this place without you. I'm unsure how to be me without you. Dang, that is sad. And there's still this, know my language. It's very interesting. I still don't fully understand how it actually works. Though, that may be by, design. So there's the escape pod 1, which we have seen, of course. Come on. Can we even sense the others from here? I guess not. Oh wait, yes we can. Where is it? Okay. I'm too close to this know my text. There's one. 22,000 miles? Meters? 7,500. Yeah. No, that's meters. Miles. Let's try not to get too American with y'all. There's gotta be miles, right? It's like driving a car, miles an hour, huh? Can I fly a spaceship? Well, I can drive a car, can I? Okay, we already saw that. Just taking a little peek around. Ouch. I'm sure there's more to see. In this somewhat desperate Nomai settlement. Yeah, Sometimes wish you could check your notes, even when not on the ship. But then again, I sometimes don't. And what I'm saying is I like how they've done it, because each loop is like 20, 30 minutes, something like that. So you're going to end up back on your ship in no time anyway. You might as well try to absorb what you're learning, and then you can review everything once you get back. Or maybe I'm just more note and reading oriented than most people. The pain of your absence is sharp and haunting, and I would give anything not to know it. Anything but never knowing you at all, which would be worse. I can only hope that you're safe, Keek, wherever you are. Okay, so we've heard some names here which don't sound super familiar to me. Then I'm guessing that's related to the other escape pods, distress signals, which we must find as we explore. And perhaps, well, no, let's be honest, not perhaps, we're definitely gonna find more evidence of what happened to those other Nomai. Or if they made contact again, right? They must have. I mean, we're sort of getting the story out of order at this point, because most of the stuff we have seen on Brittle Hollow, this was like the first thing they did, crash land, come here. So most of the stuff we've been reading came after this point. And we've seen they've been traveling, right? Brother wasn't in escape pod 1 with us. Was he in pod 2 or 3? Was he able to board an escape pod at all? We sacrificed too much arriving here. I cannot, I will not allow our clan's greatest loss to be in vain. Yeah. So I mean, there's the, you know, I mean, we've learned about the eye itself, and that provides a lot of motivation. But just the tragedy that this group suffered coming here obviously propelled them not all in the same direction, right? We've seen that the Nomai here some of them had quite different opinions on what they should be, you know, doing at this point. But the tragedy certainly impacted all of them, as you would expect. Ouch. Whoa. Come on. That was way too close. Yeah, more grav crystals. We can thank the Nomai for some of the weird and wacky technologies they brought us. Which maybe we'll one day understand how they work. That day is not today, I must say. They do a great job of matching the music to the, you know, the theme, the sentiment of the moment. You know, just given how wide the exploration is in this game. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, did I miss some writing? But no, it's because we read that last time we were here. Just trying to be thorough in my search and really absorb all the information here. Because, you know, I've been saying this from the beginning. There are many things that intrigue me about this game, but okay, we've been down here. This sort of history and mystery, not to rhyme, of the Nomai definitely is one of the main things that draws in my interest, you know. Someone who, you know, I'm big into history in my life, and unsurprisingly, that means I'm the type of guy who loves lore in games, right? The two are connected, unsurprisingly. You know, you like world building and understanding why things happened and where people came from and all that sort of stuff. So this is extremely intriguing to me. All right, I feel like we've seen what we came to see. I wonder. Oh, that's so funny. I was about to say, I wonder if we could make our way over, and then our path over just got torn in half. The first time I've seen it actively happen. I remember the first time I went across those crystals, I couldn't get across. In fact, what am I even doing? And I was like, oh. That's weird. Why can't I get up? Or why can't I get over? Well, that's why. I'm pretty sure I can't get back up here. Back to my ship. Or, well, we could try. I think a lot of the platforms are broken at this point. And we are somewhat low on fuel. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I know what I have to do. Come on. I'm going to take my ship, and we're gonna fly it into the interior. Because that's the newest trick I learned last time. Not that it really went well. In fact, that's why we restarted. But screw it, right? Let me refuel. Thank you very much. Well, actually, we should definitely mark something on the map. Let's mark the Quantum Tower. Oh, yeah. Let's read about these murals first. Oh, great. We'd already heard about those escape pods. In fact, there was a note, I believe, in Escape Pod 1, which mentioned them. But I'm glad we're unlocking our little tapestry here of different pieces. I can't even mark the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Alright, I'm gonna wing it. That always goes well, right? Hourglass. Arc. Yeah, so that's what this is showing. Yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah, so this is them getting the signal. Dark Bramble ensnaring. So how is this like a literal depiction? How active is Dark Bramble? Or is this sort of metaphorical? Just to show how they got stuck. I guess we'll find out. 3 escape. Oh. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So those are the 3 escape pods. I guess that's showing one of them got stuck in Dark Bramble. The other two made it out. That's actually quite useful. I didn't quite know what I was looking at there. But, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, we're going in, folks. We are going in. I think we're gonna have to make it... God damn it. It is harder to fly in here than you think, alright? That's the Black Hole Forge. Not sure that's really... Uh-oh. We're getting a little bit close. Yeah, let's head over here. Let's head to the crossroads. There's not a lot of places where you have enough space to to land. Alright. Good enough. We can at least walk places from here. Oh, we're kind of on the wrong side, but that's fine. We got plenty of fuel and plenty of oxygen. Do we have plenty of time? No. You know what? I'm gonna take my ship over there. Let's do it. Why not? Did I damage something on the way down? I definitely did. We damaged a lot of things on the way down, actually. Okay. Oh my god. Come on. Oh no. We're in a really bad spot. Up. You've got this. Okay. All of that just to go over a bridge. That just cannot have been the smartest idea. Alright, I'm not getting back on the ship. No need to repair it. Okay, let's head down to Ryback. I always like to check in with Ryback. See if there's any further information we can tell him. Hey, Ryback. How you doing? I was being conservative with my fuel refuels, but I realized it doesn't matter. Because he's got a, you know... Oh, whoops. Okay, come on. I haven't got the time. You've got an unlimited amount of fuel in the little fuel tanks. Nope. Alright, never mind. I gotta go. Sorry, Ryback. Sorry to leave you high and dry like this. Alright, perfect. Let's head back. Only one of the beams is working. I guess the other one fell off. Oh my goodness. Yeah, wow. This is definitely something. Alright, let's see if we can get in. I'm not sure. I don't think we can. Not from here, at least. There must be a way to, make it in from above. Surface integrity 1%. Oh yeah, I forgot. The scout can go right through the mesh. Huh. Yeah, maybe I gotta take another look on the surface. Doesn't really feel like there's much of a way in from there. Well, let's take a look around down here then. And try not to fall into the black hole. I think if we go up this way, we're not going to be able to get back down. Well, there's always a way back down, folks. Maybe we can use this to send us upwards, and then sort of jetpack our way. Sorry, what the hell just happened? What is happening? I'm sorry, did we all just fall through the tower? Oh my god. This is crazy. Oh wow, oh, holy moly. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay. I gotta... Come on. I gotta gain my grounding here a little bit. Did we... I didn't even notice anything was happening. Ow! He just bonked my head. I'm like, we gotta land, but I'm not gonna be able to land on the ground, am I? Oh. Oh, this is tricky. This is very tricky, I gotta say. It's very dark in here. Especially with my dang... Oh! Okay. Okay, interesting. This is very interesting to me. So we've gone through the black hole. I guess I didn't notice that everything around me was falling. But it also looks like just about a lot of other things have fallen into this black hole with me. Including, I reckon, the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Given the fact that we were literally standing in it, on it, next to it. What do we do from here? Oh god. Yeah, this is very difficult to navigate. Huh. Yeah, this is the little station, right? Yeah. We do have a better view of everything from here, I will say. Alright, come on. Come on. Floating into the nothingness of space here. I feel there's definitely something to discover here. I'm just not doing a very good job of it. I wish I had a better light source. Oh, great. I'm almost out of fuel as well. Oh. I always forget I have my little launcher. Oh god, I'm about to... Yes! Wait! This is where I want to go. This is where I want to go. Send me back. Send me back, please. This is exactly where I want to go. I found it. Come on. Yes. Okay. We're going. How much time do we have? Probably not much. Okay, well, we're in trouble. We're gonna have to try and... Oh, come on. Come on. If I can just get into this. That's not really helpful, is it? Okay, I know what I must do. I don't think I have the oxygen to do it. If I can just... Oh, I'm out. I died. Okay. I understand now. I understand. I was a little discombobulated getting teleported through the black hole. But I think I see what I must do now. Okay. Well, we're gonna save that for the next episode. I was sure that beginning of next episode would be heading to Giant Steep or one of our other planets, but now we're gonna try and get into that Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Although I guess we have to wait until the end of the loop to do it, which is fine. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do next time. Gasping for air. Sorry, I made you run out of oxygen. Anyway, that's what we'll be doing next time. Maybe we'll still head to Giant Steep. Who knows? I'm always finding more on Brittle Hollow to entertain me and interest me. So thank you everybody for watching. If you're enjoying this one, I'd appreciate it if you'd leave a like, if you'd subscribe, if you'd leave a comment. I always enjoy reading all your comments, and I'm really enjoying playing through Outer Wilds. It's a really fascinating, engrossing world to explore. You know, I feel like we're really beginning to dig into it. There's so much left to discover, to understand, So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So thank you everybody for watching. Hope you're all having a great day today, and I'll see you all again next time. Goodbye.